Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the fifth chapter, Religious Trends in Ancient India. Chapter number 5, Religious Trends in Ancient India. In this we are going to study about the Jainism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Zoroastrianism. Towards the end of the Vedic period, the minute details of yajna rites acquired undue importance. Only the priestly class had knowledge of those details. Here it is said that towards the end of the Vedic period, when that period was getting ending, all the details of yajna rites acquired unique or undue importance. Only the priest class had knowledge of those details. Only the priests had the knowledge of doing those yajnas. Others no longer had the freedom to gain that knowledge. No one could get the freedom of that knowledge how to do that yajna or how to chant it. The Varna system restrictions became very hard in the course of time. The Varna system, it became very tough at that time. A person's social position was decided by the Varna into which he was born rather than by his achievements. Now over here, the Varna system restrictions became very hard, very tough in the course of time. A person's social position was decided by the Varna into which he was born. Now this social position was decided by when he was born rather than by his achievements, what he is getting, not by that, but when he was born, according to that they decide this. That is why from the Upanishads period we see that attempts were made to give a wider scope to the religious thoughts and not restrict it only to yajna rites. Over here it is said only when the Upanishads during those periods that is why from the Upanishad period we see the attempts which were made to give a greater scope, wider scope to this religious things, thoughts, and not to restrict, and no restrictions there, only to yajna rites. This gave rise to different sects, different castes that emphasize the worship of particular deities. Due to this, they used to pray to different gods. For example, the Ch.5 sect of Shiva worshippers and the Vaishnava sect are the worshippers of Vishnu. Now those who were praying to Lord Shiva, they were from the Ch.5 sect, and those who were praying to Lord Vishnu, they were from the Vaishnava sect. Different Puranas were written with reference to these deities. Different books were written according to the gods they were praying. Certain trends around the 6th century BC, before Common Era, made attempts to express religious thoughts in such a way that the common man could understand it easily. Now some certain trends were there in the 6th century, before Common Era, to express all those religious ideas, thoughts in such a way that the common man or common people could understand it very easily. Many people realize that every person is free to find the ways of his upliftment. Many people thought that we can live freely or we can find our way by our own. This led to the establishment of new religions. Due to this, new religions were formed. These religions emphatically stated that discrimination on the basis of caste has no place in an individual upliftment. Now these religions stated that discrimination, that means caste creation, on the basis of caste has no place in an individual upliftment. There should not be any caste discrimination. They should not say this is of this caste, that caste, this is of higher caste, this is of lower caste. The work of Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha is of special importance among the proponents of new thoughts. Now the work of this Vardhaman Mahavir as well as Gautam Buddha, he said or they said that there should be no discrimination. We all are equal. We all are one among the proponents of new thoughts. See the pic of Vardhaman Mahavir. Jainism. Jainism is one of the ancient religions in India. It was one of the ancient religions in India. This religion gives importance to the principle of non-violence. This religion gives importance that there should be no war, no fight among the people. According to Jain tradition, a person who reveals religious knowledge is known as Tirthankar. According to this Jain tradition, a person who takes this religious knowledge of Jainism is known as Tirthankar. There have been 24 Tirthankars in all. Vardhaman Mahavir is the 24th Tirthankar in the Jain religious tradition. Vardhaman Mahavir, he was born in the year 599 BCE before Common Era till 599 BCE to 527 BCE. There was a Mahajanpada known as Birji in what is known as the state of Bihar today. There was a Mahajanpada and he was known as Birji in what is known as, he was from the state of Bihar. Its capital was Vaishali. Vardhaman Mahavir was born in Kundagram, a part of Vaishali, and his father's name was Siddharth. His mother's name was Trishala. Vardhaman Mahavir left his home and all the comforts for the attainment of knowledge. Vardhaman Mahavir left his house. He got all the comforts in his house, everything. He could live his life happily over there. But he did not want all that. He left the house for the attainment, for getting the knowledge of God. He attained enlightenment after 12.5 years of rigorous tap. He attained great enlightenment. He was sitting for 12.5 years of rigorous tap. Tap manji, he was sitting at one place and praying to God. This knowledge was pure or keval. This knowledge was very pure or just keval. Therefore, he is known as Kevali. He was called as Jinn or conqueror because the joy derived from physical comforts and the discomfort felt due to understand or undesired things had no impact whatsoever on him. Now he was called as Jinn or conqueror. Why? Because the joy there, the happiness he got from all the physical comforts as well as the discomfort which he did not get fell due to undesired things. That means which he has not got, had no impact, no value whatsoever on him. The term Jain derives from the word Jina. Vardhaman is said to be Mahavir because he had resilience. That means the courage to conquer all the passions. Now Vardhaman is said to be Mahavir. Why? Because he had a resilience, he had the power, the courage to get all the passions, all the things what he wanted. After the attainment of knowledge, after sitting for the tap, or the knowledge which he got, he preached for about 30 years to explain the essence of religion to people. Now, after the attainment of knowledge, he preached, he gave knowledge for about 30 years to explain the essence, the meaning of religion to the people. To make it easy for people to understand it, he spoke to them in Ardha Magdi language. Now people could not understand the language, so he made it very easy for them to understand because he spoke to them in the language which they knew, that is Ardha Magadi. A people's language, the religion that he expounded laid stress on good conduct. The religion that he gave or put a stress gave a very good meaning. The essence of his teachings for good conduct is contained in the 5 great vows. Now the essence of his teaching for getting good conducts is contained, is said that is in the 5 great vows. Which are those 5 vows? That is the Pancha Mahavratas. And the 3 jewels, that is the 3 Ratnas. The assembly held by Tirthankar to preach the people was known as Samavasaram in Ardhamagni. Now the assembly which where they used to pray or preach the God held by Tirthankars was known as Samavasaram in Ardhamagni. Samavasaram was based on equality, that all are equal. People of all the varnas had to entry to it. So my dear students, I have completed till page number 21. Now the Panch Mahavratas will study tomorrow. And that's what we have to study. That means the 5 great vows and the 5 rules to be followed very clearly or strictly. Thank you.